Okay, this has to be a joke, right? It has to be, right? Hello, darlings, and welcome to Care Off. Oh my gosh, my laundry just scared me. Okay, sorry. Welcome to Care Off Book. I'm Care Darling, your performing arts commentator, and can we talk about Jojo Siwa auditioning for Tangled? That's right, Disney's live action Tangled for the role of Rapunzel. Now, hear me out. I do think we're being trolled. We're absolutely being trolled. I think this is fake so that people like us can talk about it. And then I guess, it's one of those like, good press or bad press is press, like it's good no matter what. So I'm wondering if that's the case. And funny enough, I've heard about it on Instagram, and at first I thought it was fake. I was like, whatever, until there was a video, and I saw the video and I thought to myself, you got to be kidding me. Then when I went back for the video, it was gone. I was like, what the heck? Like this is what I mean. Like, it's almost like they want you to think like it was a fever dream. Like, I feel like I'm being gaslit. I'm being gaslit by Jojo Siwa, where it's like, I never auditioned for Rapunzel. That's crazy. Well, I have a snippet of the audition, so we'll see if this video even gets to stay up. And let me just say, it's very interesting.
Ask you a question.
No.
If it's so important, why haven't you seen the lanterns until now?
That's none of your business.
And why won't your mother let you cut your hair?
None of your business.
Now, something I think is interesting, it's almost like this audition reminds me of Gilmore Girls, where it's like a bit of back and forth, except it's just not great acting versus we're on lots of coffee and we're just having a quick, conversation, right? And the thing too is, already looking at Jojo, I'm like, did you really like invest looking into this character? Because think about it, Rapunzel was in a tower. Like, to me, she's more innocent and naive and like, oh my gosh, this is what, is beyond these four walls. And the way that Jojo is portraying Rapunzel is a bit more jaded and like, yeah, what up? I don't know why that's my Jojo voice, But okay, let's just go ahead and continue.
Do everything your mother tells you.
Are you always so annoying?
Can I give you some advice?
Please don't.
At a certain point, you have to live your own life, not just please your mother.
Is that how you became a thief?
It's like, why is Rapunzel to her like kind of condescending, where it's like, is that how you became a thief? Maybe this is genius. I actually would love to see Jojo audition for all the Disney princesses, And this is giving me, I'm not going to lie, I really love bad acting. It makes me laugh. Like, if you've been rewatching Smash, there's this character, it's the son, and the way he talks, I love it so much, where he's like, Mother, it's my sister. You told me she's out there in China. And you know what? I simply adore it.
Is your mother proud of that?
My mother died when I was young.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I adore the switch where it's like, your mother? Oh, so sorry. Like, she switched her voice. So it's weird where it's almost like, you know what? This might be a thing where I'm like, Jojo, you should get into voice acting, because then in that case they could, go back and forth as far as, oh, this is you being happy, sad. You could go and use your different type of voices. But again, it's the way she's acting is like too literal, right? This is me happy. This is me mad. This is me sad.
Who took care of you?
I took care of myself. That's how I became a thief.
For some reason, the guy in the background, he sounds like Robin Williams to me in like some moments. But you notice all of a sudden it's like, yeah, is that why condescending? I don't care. Oh, your mom died? Whoa. Oh my gosh. I all of a sudden care. What is it? Sympathy. Ooh. You know what? This is kind of making me sad. It makes me think about, influencers, where it's like they're trying to play the role of somebody that cares about their audience. And in a way, that's kind of what I'm getting from her.
Speaking of, there, the snuggly duckling with horses out front, as I suspected.
Oh my gosh, horses! Look, Pascal!
Yes, there.
Okay, so keep in mind already, I'm like, let's say it's a snippet from a scene, right? Again, Rapunzel is very naive. And so it's like, oh my, like she's never seen a horse before. So this is wild to her, where it's like, oh, That's a horse. Oh my gosh, Pascal. I've drawn it so many times. This is crazy. But it's like this whole scene, there's too many like drastic changes, right? Where it's like, don't care about what you say, right? Oh my gosh, sympathy. I'm so sorry about your mom. And then it turns into like excitement, right? It's too like on the nose for me.
Horses.
Are we gonna ride them?
That's the plan.
Who do they belong to?
I don't know.
How are we gonna pay for them?
I'm not going to pay for
Wait. You're gonna steal them?
That was kind of the plan.
See, I feel like that could have been a fun moment there, right? Where she's like, okay, so how are we going to pay? Like, she doesn't know. She's like, are we going to write them? Like, okay, but how are we going to pay for them? Are we going to steal them? Like, to me, it's like trying to find the realization within the character. She's just saying lines. That's it. She's just saying lines. And I would love it if JoJo, like I said, I feel like I would love it if she auditioned for all the Disney princesses, and I would actually probably enjoy that series, because to me I would love to see her audition for Belle. Why not?
And two.
Can't do that.
Why not?
It's completely unethical.
Okay, I understand.
I really do think she should get into voice acting, especially because her voice is interesting. What in the 2 words was I trying to say there? Who knows? But yeah, I don't know.
If you have moral objections.
You can't just go around stealing stuff. It's wrong.
Thank you for the lesson in ethics. You have a better idea.
It's wrong. Can we also talk about her outfit and how too on the nose it is? This is why I think we're being trolled, because when you go and audition for something, you don't want to be too obvious. Like, you want to allude, like, yes, this is what I'm auditioning for, right? Like, I mean, Wicked. You're not going to go and audition for Glinda and you're wearing green, right? But you could go in and let's say you're like, I don't want to be too on the nose and wear pink, but then what if you came in yellow or like a really pretty lavender color, like something bright and bubbly and whatever. And then if you're auditioning for Elphaba, you're like, maybe I don't want to wear green, but then you might be like, well, her school uniform was that dark blue, right? So I can allude to that, or wear black or like darker colors to seem whatever it is, right? So seeing JoJo like that, it's just too on the nose. And I am so confused by like her brand and whatever, right? Because remember, it was like, I'm gonna be something totally different. I'm getting out of my, squeaky clean good girl era. I'm gonna be a bad girl, right? And then it's just like, you're the same thing, except you're going from being glittery and colorful to being glittery and just black and white. And then this video comes out to be like, I want to be a Disney princess. And it's like, well, what? I'm confused. I thought it was like, I'm an artist and it's just karma's a bitch. Kind of something on a separate topic that I would love for us to consider. This was brought up by a friend of mine named Taylor. Now, Taylor, I believe her Instagram is Tower of Taylor. She has a podcast with her husband. I believe it's Dylan Tay Disney. I'll put it up right here so you could check it out. And they talk about Disney stuff. So her and I were sending voice memos to each other because we are obsessed. And she brought up a really good point that I wanted to discuss. And it's the fact that Disney has paused when it comes to live action. And so one of the live actions they were like talking about doing is, of course, Tangled. And since everything's on pause, everyone's like, well, I guess JoJo's not going to get that. And in my head, I'm like, JoJo does not have the singing chops to be Rapunzel. And I'm so tired of the auto-tune. Like, can we please learn from Wicked, please? And also, I just want to say, as far as the music in Tangled, the laundry scared me again. Mandy Moore, who did the voice of Rapunzel, she made it look so easy. Like, if you even think about the first song Rapunzel sings, boop, 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 when my life begin. Again, to put it simply, Mandy Moore makes it look easy. So it's like this we are trolled. We are trolled. We are gaslit about this. So back to whatever Taylor and I were talking about and Disney pausing on the live action movies. Taylor brought up a good point that I wanted to share with you guys. And it's that Disney has everything on pause because Snow White didn't do so well as far as the box office, and they were like, what the heck, like this was an easy cash grab for all of the Disney movies that we made live action, right? And now, it's not working. But Lilo and Stitch is coming out in May, so they're probably going to see how does Lilo and Stitch do in theaters, and then if Lilo and Stitch, do well, then they're probably going to be like, oh, well, Snow White was a fluke then, and then carry on. Now, here's the thing. There is no way that Lilo and Stitch, the live version, is going to be better than the cartoon, especially with that one alien when he finally puts on a wig, like...
What are you doing? Nothing.
But I would love to know, are you going to go and see Lilo and Stitch in theaters? Love to hear. I know that I'm not. I said in my Snow White episode, I was like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of feeling like I am being used and abused. And this feels like a cash grab. And I was like, why am I going to all of these Disney movies? And then I keep leaving disappointed. So I was like, you know what? I have Disney Plus. So when it comes on Disney Plus, that's when I'll watch and then talk about it with you, darling. So I hope that you're down. Anyways, yes. So I think that is the theory. I totally agree with Taylor that that's what they're doing, that they're going to see how does Lilo and Stitch do, and then proceed to say whether they're going to continue doing live actions. And I'm here to say I'm down for live actions. I just don't want the same story. I love Maleficent and Cruella because it's a different perspective as far as like we know the story very well, but then we're seeing it through new lenses. And I love that and I enjoy that. So I want more of that. And yeah. So, okay, that is pretty much my thoughts, my comments. Love to know yours. I can't believe this is happening. This is a wild time, and yet I am enjoying it. Now, if you enjoy talking about musicals, performances, Disney, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode, okay? All right, take care, darling.